As of the beginning of December and through until December 31st, Artists in Action, AIA, has on display at the Elsinore Framing and Fine Art Gallery their 20th annual Something Red event. What you're seeing on screen right now is the collection of some 89 images by 44 artists, and each one features the color red in one fashion or another. Something Red is AIA's crown jewel annual event. It's where they invite Oregon visual artists working in any style or medium to create compelling art that features true red as a focal point or primary color in the composition. Artists may submit up to 3 pieces, and each one is juried in or out for the event. Something Red is open to all AIA members as well as non-members. The entry fee is discounted if you are a member, so it would be a good time to consider becoming a member, since Something Red is only one of several yearly events that AIA produces. Judging for award designations is done in person at the gallery by a qualified, unaffiliated artist. This year's judge is local artist Paul Tays. Artist Paul Tays is the owner of the Art Gone Wild Gallery in Staten, Oregon. He has been creating and displaying art for many years, and his studio gallery has a collection of his watercolor paintings, woodworks that include a variety of scenery in pen and ink, and also some art done in collaboration with other artists. He offers sketch and watercolor classes. There are a total of 9 awards that are granted each year. There is Something Red Best of Show, which is the most captivating art that exemplifies one or more of the criteria. Then there's the best use of the color red, exceptional use of true red as a focal point or primary color in the composition. And then there's the best original concept, most creative interpretation of the red theme. Best botanical, best use of floral elements in a composition. Then there's best use of unconventional materials, compelling use of unusual mediums, objects, or recycled materials, or unique application process. And then there's honorable mention, artwork of special merit that deserves recognition. Then there are 2 other special awards, the Elsinore Gallery Award, which is awarded to artwork of note by the choice of Elsinore Gallery. Then there's the Teresa Meisner Sponsor Award. It's an award that goes to special artwork through recognition by the sponsor artist, Teresa Meisner. And then finally, there's People's Choice. That is voted on by the patrons of the gallery. And by the way, People's Choice is awarded at the end of the show. So if you are watching this before December 31st, you still have an opportunity to go in, view all of the art, and make your choice for People's Choice. Well, all of the award winners and the entire body of work can be viewed daily at Elsinore Framing and Fine Art Gallery at 444 Ferry Street in downtown Salem from 9 to 6 on Monday through Friday and Saturday 10 to 5. That's where you cast your vote for People's Choice. You can also view all of the artwork and award winners online by going to AIA's website, artistsinaction.org.
I'm Paul Taves. I basically am from the Staten area, but my home is up above Gates, where the fire roared through, and we were right in the middle of it, so we're rebuilding. And I have timber property that got destroyed, and so we're watching the process of nature and helping it along a bit. But anyway, that's my setting. I'm an artist. I have a gallery in Staten. I do watercolor acrylics and art on wood. And I've been in that area for about 25 years, teaching and running a gallery, running a studio. So that's kind of my background. I'm not formally educated. I don't think there is such a thing as self-taught, because we learn from others, we learn from nature, we learn by observing things outside of us. So the self-taught thing, I think, is kind of a phrase that I rebel against a little bit. But anyway, that's about what I have to say about myself. I want to talk about this art. This here piece is Clouded Leopard by Laurie Sheldon. I don't know about some of these pronunciations. I'll do the best I can. I didn't pick this out. This here was the Elsinore Gallery Award, and I can see why they picked it. It's very dramatic, and it's amazing how you can create form out of simple lines and yet strong lines. But anyway, it has an award. Here's the ribbon. This piece here really caught my eye, even though I didn't judge this piece individually. It's Teresa Meisner Award, and it was given to Lorraine Dye, and it's called Apple. But a thing that caught my attention about it is that the way she handled the exit from the side of the paper where the edge of her apple made the apple be as big as the world. I mean, the dimension, it redid something to the dimensions. Lovely piece. This piece here caught my eye just because of its size, but more so than that. And I remember when I judged this, and the young lady came up. She was so excited. And I love barns and have toured a lot of them, been inside of a lot of them. And the red paint only on one side suggests that this here was a farmer that was on the edge of collapse, but yet had a sense of beauty. He only had enough paint to paint one side of his barn, and more than likely this faces the house or the highway. So it contributes some. It tells a story, tells a possible story. So a beautiful piece. So this here was an honorable mention by Cindy Brundig, and it's called Summer at the Red Barn. Do we have a ribbon for that? Yeah. Beautiful. Colors even match. This here is done by Maria Winner, and I picked this as, let's see here, the best botanical composition. And yeah, it's a cactus, a blooming cactus, but I was just amazed at the ability that this here kind of work, I guess you'd call it embroidery. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just know it's a beautiful piece of art. It has great contrast. The color combinations in the reds are just very workable. And she managed to get this depth and the suggestiveness of the cactus without drawing the whole dang thing out. I think it's just well done, and it just caught my eye, and being as small as it was, it made no difference. Here we have a ribbon that matches it again. Well, I guess that's because the theme is red. This one is called Handsome by Carolyn Canoy. And anyway, it caught my eye. I think the red really brings out the bird. And it is a handsome bird, a little bit arrogant even. It just caught the character. And so it drew my, I'm not familiar with mixed media, and obviously that's what this is. But it caught my eye, and I love the use of red. I don't think that red all the time works good as a backdrop to something, but it did this time. And then the suggestive red pulls your eye into it, into the bird. Is well done. All this stuff here is just interesting things like this bird's environment or in contrast. It really makes you think. And I guess that's the idea of that type of art. Well, here we go. Good job. Well, this one had me thinking. It also had me coming back partly because of the red that's behind. It's called the Guardian, and it's done by Carol Blue, and it's she took the first place of original concept. But I think the red pulls you back into the mystery of what this bird is guarding. It's called the Guardian, and there's this here kind of a, I don't know, kind of intriguing but at the same time scary area back here that the red pulls you into. That caught my eye, and I thought, she knows what she's doing. And whether she had a different idea in it, I don't know, because obviously there's an abstractness to it. But the bird stands out well, and he's there, and he's got character, so yeah, very nice piece. This one here is the best use of red. Now this little puppy here, it caught my attention the minute I walked into the room. And there were plenty of paintings around it that were bigger for sure. But part of it's the contrast. But the other part, I think, is the plumpness that this artist was able to acquire, the feeling of ripeness, of the roundness of it, with very little shadow. And that intrigued me. Just this here little bit of highlight there, and a bit of shadow here, just not much at all. It's just beautifully done. And of course, very simple. How often is a ribbon bigger than the piece? It is a small piece, but it's powerful. Well, this one here is done by Vicki Brink, and I don't know her as an artist, but this here piece caught my eye when I first walked in, and I kind of walked by it. The light wasn't quite as bright as here, of course, and so the darks kind of overpowered it. And coming back, I noticed the red in this persimmon right here, and it just shone out. And I really didn't, it just kind of overpowered it, and I thought, was she aware of the theme of red when she painted this? And I don't know that. I'd love to ask her, or whether she just knows how to handle red, because this almost transparent glow of the reds and the persimmons really work for the rest of the reds and the golds that are in there. And of course the composition is just classic. The movement of things up into the candle where it pulls you off the canvas almost. So yeah, a beautiful piece, and this here was best to show, and there were quite a few others that deserved it too. Matter of fact, at the presentation I mentioned other artists that I had a hard time passing up, as giving awards out, but this lady definitely deserves this.